All right, in this activity, we're going to draw freehand cubes with colored pencils. You want 3 different tones of colored pencils. I've chosen peach, sienna brown, and dark purple. And that will make sense a little bit more here in a minute. If you've not seen my video on freehand lines and circles, I highly recommend that, as this lesson builds on those principles. We're using our freehand lines here to draw 3 cubes in a row with an additional cube stacked on top in the middle. You'll understand that a little bit better. I do have a visual object right there on my table that you can't see in the video. For basically they're little foam cubes that we use to build different sculptures, so to speak, or stack in different ways so that we can practice drawing. We're not trying to draw exactly what we see. We're basically drawing in an isometric viewpoint. So all of our lines run parallel. We're not trying to put any kind of perspective. There's no vanishing point. So the first step we do with our lightest color, basically we just wireframe the boxes. One of the strategies we employ is, instead of thinking as each shape as an individual cube, try to think of them as a whole first and then break them down into their smaller pieces. This tends to create better accuracy. So once you've finished with your lightest color, come back with your medium tone. And here we do a little bit of editing of our lines. We follow pretty closely with what we drew, but there are always things that we see that don't quite sit right or we feel can be improved. The second step here is an opportunity to refine our lines and get a better rendering of what we're drawing. Notice I'm always rotating the page so that the marks I make remain very consistent. I always want to orient the page with the natural motion of my freehand lines and circles. That increases the likelihood that I'll draw parallel lines also. And it helps me think about the object more accurately. So once you've done your first 2 colors, you want to take your last color and not just trace on top of the lines. You're using this to punch out little points of interest. So, and it gives it a final crisp sort of, it's almost like you're tying down all the loose ends here. So particular points of interest are the little L's that are formed where the blocks sit on top of each other, the corner portions. And then I try to leave the straight pieces a little bit lighter. So the edges of the planes, I'm leaving a little bit lighter on this one. And we do that really just to get into the habit of picking and choosing which parts we want to highlight. It's not to say that this one is highlighted in the perfect way, but I do make sure that the base of it has the darkest line. That allows it to have a little bit of weight to the bottom of it. Now you can accomplish a similar effect by just using graphite. However, I think this enhances what we're already trying to do and gives us a little bit of an advantage. When we're doing our light line weights, we can actually work the line a little bit more than we would normally if we were using graphite, and our lines still remain light. And then we haven't really committed to anything yet until we step it up in the darkness of the value of the colored pencil we're using. So it's both a really nice final product, and it's also, I feel like, eases us into the idea of drawing with a light, medium, and heavy line weight. So I'd like to see you try this on your own. If you want to, you can hop over to the website and upload any work you've done. I'd be happy to take a look at your stuff. But thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, a like. Feel free to share it as well. And we'll see you in the next video. All right. Have a great day.